First off, I want to give all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Just want to get into about the mark of the beast, a classic breakdown of the apostles, the elders breaking it down, the mark of the beast, which is the Microchip chip. First off, I'm start off with 1 Timothy 5:17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. The elders, the teachers, the prophets is always going to be Israel. Quick precept, which is Joshua 24 and verse 1. And it reads, And Joshua gathered all the tribes of Israel to Shechem and called for the elders of Israel and for their heads and for their judges and for their officers. And they presented themselves before power. Right now, it's all about gathering the elect, teaching the elect, the children of Israel. This is Leviticus chapter 10 and verse 11. And that you may teach the children of Israel all the statutes which the Most High have spoken unto them by the hand of Moses. And Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10. For Israel had prepared his heart to seek the law of the Yahweh and to do it, and to teach in Israel statutes and judgments. And I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 8, about the elders of Israel. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need required. That's why we get double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that teach that the Microchip chip is the mark of the beast. Great Millstone, which has the 100% truth. This video is the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, bringing it out that the Microchip chip is the mark of the beast. Shalom.
You ain't Ali. I don't have to be. I am Malcolm.
Oh, he's a Hamite. He's a Hamite. You know what? He's a Hamite. He's a Hamite. I am Malcolm. Hey.
When I say he's a Hamite,
I'm saying he's a Hamite. He's a Hamite. Hey, you're a Hamite. Hey, listen up. Now, the brother just read in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, and the 4th verse about the mark, right? Now, you got, listen good. This is for Nathaniel 7, all right? Nathaniel 7 and his cohorts are teaching that we go off when we talk about the mark of the beast. Now, what about the mark of the Most High? The Most High don't put a chip in you, right?
Right.
Well, if you understand the Hebrew or the Greek, you would know that the word in Ezekiel 9 and 4 to 6, when it reads about the mark, the word in the Hebrew is sawah.
Right.
All right? Now, the word sawah from the Hebrew means to desire, listen, to exempt from judgment. So, in other words, when you read Ezekiel 9 and 4, the Most High, when you read the first verse, it tells you how the Most High sent out the angels to kill Israelites. But he said matter of fact, read it again.
From the first verse?
From the first verse. To show you that it's Ezekiel 9 and 1. To show you that it's talking about angels, all right?
Ezekiel 9 and 1. He cried also in my ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city.
Those are the angels, all right? Go ahead.
To draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his head.
Go ahead.
And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his head.
These wasn't men, these were angels. When you read the whole story, you see that they're angels, because angels had come in the form of men. Acts the 1st chapter, angels come in the form of men. All right? Go ahead.
And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side.
He's wearing linen, so it ain't talking about the white man. Go ahead.
And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of the God of Israel was gone up from the cherubim to the cherub, whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side, And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations.
So these were Israelites back there that was crying and sighing because these Israelites were worshiping Tammuz and the Queen of Heaven. So this is talking about right now too. All right? Read that part again.
It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
You had Israelites that was with that abomination.
Right.
So the mark that was set on them was from the Hebrew word sawah, which means to be exempt from judgment.
Right.
So when the angels went with their killing weapons to kill Israel, there were certain guys that had a mark. So the most High said, mark that guy, mark this guy, mark that guy. So when you go kill him, don't kill that one, don't kill that one, don't kill this one, don't kill that one, because they're exempt from judgment. Because why? Because they were sighing and crying for all the abomination that was done in the midst thereof. They wasn't with it. All right? Go ahead.
And to the others he said.
And to the ones that wasn't signed, the ones that was with it, go ahead.
And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite.
Talking about Israelites. Go ahead.
Let not your eyes spare.
Go ahead.
Neither have you pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women.
Yeah, because when you read the scriptures, the worshiping, weeping of Tammuz, them women were mainly in it. They were the ones that made the cakes to the Queen of Heaven in Jeremiah. So that's why he specified, and women. Make sure you get them women.
Right.
Go ahead.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
What was the mark? He's exempt from judgment. He's exempt from judgment.
That's right.
He's exempt from judgment. Don't touch them guys.
Right.
Because they wasn't with this bullshit. All right? So now these guys, Nathaniel 7, them clowns down in the desert of Brooklyn, talking about, oh, well, that mark in Revelation, you said it's a chip that they put in you. Well, what about the Most High? That's a whole different Hebrew word. It's a different mark. Actually, it's from the Greek word, charagma, from the Greek, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark, right? As a mark branded on a horse, to carve, to cut in.
Where is that again?
Excuse me?
Where was that?
What's that?
What's
The word, okay, the word is from a Greek word. When you read, matter of fact, go to Revelation 13 and 16. Matter of fact, read this whole list of scriptures. Revelation 13, 16, jump to 17. Revelation 14, 8 to 9. Revelation, get these scriptures. Revelation 14, 11 on down. Revelation 15, 1 and 2. Revelation 16, 2 to about 4. Revelation 19, 20. Read a couple of verses in there. Revelation 24, and read a couple of verses in there. All right? Anytime these scriptures that I called out, if everybody got it, it's all going to use that word mark. And when you go into the Greek, the word there, like I said, is charagma. All right? Like I said, I'm going to say it again. A stamp, an imprinted mark, as a mark branded on a horse, to carve, to cut in.
Revelation 13 and 16, right?
Yeah, read loud.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's plain. What verse you in?
17.
Now go from there. We don't got to read on. Go to the 14th chapter, 8 and the 9th verse. Go ahead.
14:8.
I got it. 14 and 8. Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It's fallen. That great city.
We don't got to tell you who Babylon is. Go ahead.
Because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel follows them, saying, with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast.
Now listen, this is going to show you. Now these stupid idiots, Nathaniel 7 and his clowns, they teaching that, oh, the mark is when you follow the ways of Esau. Read on. Read
if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead.
Read again.
It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast.
That's the worshiping part. That when you follow this
right.
man's system, all right? Go ahead.
And his image.
And his image. Like if you become a cop, because eventually they're gonna have to, them cops are gonna get that mark.
Yeah, for the
all right?
smart gun.
And his image. That's the worshiping part.
The smart gun.
But it goes deeper than that. Once you worship them and follow them, there's another thing you got to do to prove that you worship them and follow them. Go ahead. Loyalty. Go ahead.
And receive his mark.
And receive his mark.
Exactly.
Karagma, to stamp, to imprint, to cut in. So it's something that they actually going to put in you, different from Ezekiel 9 and 4, mark meaning thawa, meaning to be exempt from judgment.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, brother. This is a mark.
So that's why nobody. That's why down there in the desert of Brooklyn. That's why they pass by. They don't listen to your stupid ass. All right. And then you would never come out here because you don't want this heat up here, man.
Right.
You don't want this heat up here. You want to stay in that nice area of Brooklyn where people walk by you like you fucking half crazy.
Right.
You want to come out here in the battlefield where the heat is at.
Right. That's right. That's right.
All right. Go ahead. That's why we getting on your ass, man. And that's why we calling your name. You and Barack Shah talking about you got your fucking house in order. I'm gonna see how much your house is gonna be in order when they start issuing them chips on your ass and your children. Right. I'm gonna see how much in order you are. Now, if you're a man of the Lord, you don't have to worry about that. All right. Go ahead.
Go straight to the main point.
Go ahead.
It says mark, a brand.
Yeah.